Hey everyone, welcome back to the next video. Thanks so much for watching. And today we're going to go through some items that have recently sold for me on eBay and keep going a little bit more into detail on my new eBay setup. And also have a question for you guys. I ran into a situation recently with a buyer, an international buyer, and wondering if any of you have run into this situation and how it worked for you in the past. I'll let you know how it worked for me, and we'll go from there. So, all right, let's get started, and we'll go over what sold recently for me on eBay. So I've had a pretty decent sales month. I've heard a lot of people having a tough January, and I haven't found that to be the case. I actually am on pace right now, I think, to have my most profitable, or at least my highest gross sales month since I started reselling about 3 years ago. And so I don't know why that particularly might be for me. Could be just what I'm sourcing. It could be the type or the regularity with when I'm posting. The regularity with how I'm posting. I don't know. But anyway, I'm happy to report the sales for me are pretty good. Now, some of this could be some of this could be because I have this philosophy or this new strategy where I'm just trying to get rid of stuff. So like this next item in box 32, oh boy, is a mug that I bought. See in there? It's this Taz all over mug. Bought it for $1. And I'm just in this strategy, like I said, I was trying to get rid of stuff. So I sold this for $11.70 free shipping. Shipping on this is going to probably be about $6 or $7. Weighs over a pound, so it's not going to be a great one, but I am getting it out of here. And that's part of my strategy of why I've had a good January. But on the same token, in theory, then, if I'm lowering the price of all my items, then isn't that going to maybe hurt my sales? And that's not the case because, like I said, I've had the best sales month ever. So I don't know. I think maybe just the activity helps my store. All right, so the next item that sold is a Bible, a quick scan Trinity Broadcasting Network version Bible. So I do okay with Bibles. I sell about, I don't know, 10, 12 a year. I probably pick up about 20, but I usually get them pretty cheaply. And this one I actually picked up for free. Person was giving it away for free, and sold it for $19.99 free shipping. So not bad on that one. You always want to look up the Bibles in general. Ones that are either large print or ones that are study Bibles are often going to be the better ones. So, but you definitely want to look those up before you buy them. This next item, another one of the clean house, get things out quickly, box 15. It's this Nordic Wear double rosette and Timbal iron. Picked this up at the Goodwill outlet a year ago or so, and that is finally going out for $5 plus shipping on that one. So I'm going to make the teeniest of profits on it, but just happy to get it out. So okay, this next item is better for sure. Want to this my favorite local Goodwill, which I do have a lot of luck at this particular one. In box 10, I got this Circade Juxtalite compression system, new in package. I think I picked this up for maybe $3.99 or so, and that sold for $31 plus shipping. So not interesting, but a nice profit on that one for sure. Okay, next up we have a Johnny Was shirt. Johnny Was is a pretty decent brand. I'm not too familiar with it. Wow, it's in the same box. And it sells primarily, as far as I know, women's clothing. And I found this also at a Goodwill. It was 50% off, color day. And so I think this was probably around $3 or $4 maybe. Just a plain black t-shirt with a V-neck on it. Let's see if I can get this visible here. But yeah, so this is this tag drew me into the item. You can see it says Johnny Was LA on there. I don't know if all the tags are the same on the items of clothing. In fact, I don't think they are. But anyway, I picked that up, like I said, about $4, and I sold it for $15 plus shipping. So not a huge bolo, but if this has a pattern on it, if there was some sort of pattern, it does have this embroidered butterfly on it, but that was it. And a pattern would do much better for sure. So all right, next item, getting it out of here, is a right here, this Playmate cooler. Bad pickup, don't do it. But I sold it for $6.50 plus shipping. Getting it out of here finally. So yeah. All right, so those are the items that I'll pull for today. We'll come back and pull the rest. But I wanted to talk about briefly that a situation that occurred to me sometime early last week and just resolved itself recently. All right, so I had sold a doTERRA, I think is how you say it, diffuser, like an essential oil diffuser. Sold it back in November. And it was an international sale of sorts. It went to Tijuana, Mexico. But I still think I shipped it to the global shipping hub for eBay in Illinois. And, the item arrived, and somewhat shortly thereafter, the buyer opened up a return and said something like the item didn't work. It was in Spanish, and I tried to translate it, but I don't know if it was accurate. But I think it's what it was is that the item didn't work, which is fine. I tested it. It worked when I tested it, but things happen in shipping. So the thing is, I never got the item back. And it's my understanding with international items that I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works, but I thought eBay was doing something where they handle all the issues with international items. So, but I was a bit surprised to see the return opened, but they never shipped the item back, probably because I don't have free shipping, free returns. And so they would have to have had paid for the shipping, and it was probably going to be maybe even more than the item was, because I think the item I sold for maybe $25. I don't know how much the shipping was going to be, but I thought maybe that's why they didn't return it, because anyway, I never got the item back. So the return closed, and this was back in November, so I was just going about my my holiday season and whatnot, and then just going about things, and all of a sudden I see that there was a chargeback request given to me through the eBay system. Basically what they're saying is there was a buyer, in this case the buyer of the essential oil diffuser, had initiated a chargeback with their credit card company, and that it was now on me to prove to them that I had shipped the item. So they wanted documentation, they wanted a copy of I think my shipping log. They wanted quite a bit of detail, some sort of proof that the item was working. And it was very vague what they wanted. And what they did allow me to do with the eBay system was they allowed me to write up a little blurb, a little response to which I said, buyer bought the item, they opened up a return but never sent the item back. It was working when I shipped it out. I don't think that there's any reason for me to lose out on this sale. So, and then actually required me to upload these photos, this documentation, to all before I could even submit the request. Well, I had none of that. This was 3 months ago, and I don't have any of the information they would have asked for anyway. All I did was I took the exact same write-up that I did, pasted it into a Word document, turned that into a PDF file, and then uploaded that PDF file with the exact same words that I had written on there, and submitted it. And lo and behold, it wasn't too much longer, maybe a week or two later, and so this probably happened 2 weeks ago, I guess, first when the chargeback first happened. So about 2 weeks pass, and a couple days ago, I see that the case was resolved, and it was cited in my favor. So I didn't have those funds put on hold. I got to keep the $24.99, which is great because I think that's the only way it should have been. But I don't know. So on the same token, on the flip side, how do you handle that? This buyer bought something and they said it didn't work, and I believe them. I have no reason to think that it didn't work for them. But if they're going to ship it back, and I guess maybe this is no different than anybody that doesn't offer free returns, and they buy an item and it costs similar or close so much money to ship it back that it's almost not even worth it. But it was interesting that the chargeback scenario was taken by this buyer. And I don't know if sometimes, eBay will eat the costs for both the buyer and the seller. I don't know if they refunded the buyer and didn't take the money from me or what, but it was a curious case that happened, and just wanted to share that with you. Maybe somebody's had something similar happen. I was happy it was only $25, so no matter what, it wasn't going to be a huge ordeal from me. Hopefully it wasn't a huge ordeal for the buyer as well. All right, that's the end of today's picking. We'll come back here and show you the rest of what sold later this week. Hey everyone, back in the Bay Cave the next day. I got 14 items going out today. So not a bad day for sure. Let's get started and pull these items. So first item in box number 9, it is something I picked up at a yard sale for $2 over the summer, but wasn't getting a lot of traction on it. So I had it originally listed for like $15, and I took an offer for $9. Just wanted to get it out of there. So it is this copper fish wall hanging. Pretty cool. Like I said, bought it for $2, sold it for $9. So not a great profit, but made some money on it for sure. All right, next item is something I picked up at the Goodwill bins. I didn't even know what it was, but I have success with some of these things that when I look at it, I don't know what it is. Lots of times other people don't know what it is, and sometimes it works out to be a pretty good deal. So it is this big giant circle. It says like Campagnolo on it, which is a type of bicycle racing wheel. I guess that is a bag that you put in an extra wheel on. So big huge thing. Thankfully it folds up for shipping. But anyway, picked that up, for basically probably $1.60 or so, and I sold it for $19 free shipping. So not too bad on that one. All right, next item is something you saw me show you in the last video. Is one of these Beachbody Insanity, the Asylum workouts. So I picked that up for $9.99. And I looked into it a little bit more. I wasn't 100% certain that everything was in there, so I sold it a little bit of a discount. But that went to internationally. don't know why I had the shipping on there so low, but anyway, sold that for $45.95 plus $6.35 shipping. That's weird. Oh, technically I guess that counts as media mail, but it probably shouldn't go media mail, but that's why the shipping on it was so cheap. But anyway, that 10 into $46. I'll definitely take that. All right, this next item I found at a yard sale over the summer. It just looked really cool. And sometimes though, when things look cool, doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna be big dollar items. Another issue is I didn't have a great way to market this or to, you know, keyword it on eBay because there was no brand on it. I gotta make sure I'm looking in the right bin, but basically what it is, it's a big patch, like an American flag type patch, and with a big eagle on it. Hopefully I'll be able to find it here shortly. Let me put the camera down and we'll grab this quickly. But I don't know if you can still see me. Oh, here it is, yes. All right, so it is this patch right here. And like I said, I didn't really know how to market it because it doesn't have a brand, but eventually somebody found it and I sold that for $5 plus $5 shipping. I paid $1 each for those two. Next item, getting it out of here. Low price, don't really care. Picked it up at the outlet for, you know, 50 cents and Goodwill outlet. And it's this new with tag, but got some wear on it. Sock Monkey USC Trojans Plushland Collegiate Collectibles, $6.50, free shipping. Woo! Big money item on that one. But again, getting it out of here, clearing some space, and moving on to bigger and better things. This next item I got in my storage unit buy. It's this Madonna The Confessions Tour DVD. Not a bad pickup if you can find it for like $1 or $2. Sold that for $12 plus shipping, so not bad. And this next item is I bought 5 of these quite some time ago. I actually bought these at an estate sale, an auction estate sale, like an online auction estate sale. And bought 5 of these. I don't remember how much I paid for each of them, but it wasn't very much at all. And I'm thinking probably like $3 a piece. It's this Ambitoys Chirpy. It's like a bird whistle, like you can blow on it, fill it with water, and it's a kid's toy thing. So this is my last one, and I sold it for $12.32 plus shipping. Again, just getting it out of here and clearing space. All right, next item I got here is a pair of Carhartt jean shorts that I picked up for $4.99 at, or maybe that's $5.99. Excuse me, $5.99 at my local thrift store up here in box 5. And these are just some cargo shorts that are Carhartts. So I sold these for $18.99 plus shipping. I noted they had a little bit of a condition issue here, but other than that, in really nice shape. So 'tis the season in my mind to start sourcing shorts. I try and source these and be some of the first ones to list these. There's actually only something like 600 Carhartt jean shorts or Carhartt cargo shorts listed. So right now, at least that's based off of my search parameters. Probably when you go and look up, you'll see 10,000 and I somehow searched wrong. But anyway, bottom line, I sold those for $18.95 plus $6.95 shipping. So, all right. Next item, don't recommend these. I actually think this is a brand that in my mind is pretty much on the way out, and that's Dansko. At least used Danskos. A couple years ago was selling these with some regularity, and now it is just like pulling teeth to get anyone to buy them. So it's these clogs that are multicolored, kind of this jute fabric. And got these at the bins or the outlet a year ago, so probably paid right around $2 for these, because they probably weigh a little over a pound and a half. So it's gonna be $2.40. And did not get any interest in these, so I finally just got them out of here. $15 free shipping. It'll probably be $8 to ship them, so hardly any profit at all, but still accomplishing my goal of getting it out of there. You're gonna hear me say that a million times. I'm sick of myself saying it, so maybe I'll just stop. So all right, next item is, I think, the last of a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle carded action figures. Not too old. I think these are from 2015, maybe 2014. And pretty sure that's the last one, or maybe I have one more left. You can get these for $5 or less. Sure, it's a good deal. I was paying around $10 each. So I made some good money on some of them. Some of them I probably made $10-15 a piece, but that item I probably broke even. I sold it for $12 plus shipping. So but it was my last one, and I think when I bought it, it was more towards the height of the market on collectibles, so I definitely paid up for them back at the time, but clearing some more space. So all right, so next item, bought over the summer at a garage sale. Paid up on it, but I bought a bunch of other things at this sale that I got really good deals on. I'm gonna have to set this down. So I was okay. Didn't mind paying a little bit more for this one. It is a Club aluminum Dutch oven. It says hammered hammered aluminum, Club brand, and paid $10 for it. Sold it for $25.95 plus shipping. So definitely something you'd probably prefer to pay around $5 more, or $5 no more than that. But I'll still have some money to make for sure. At paying $10, selling for $26. I lied. I paid $23. I took an offer. It was originally $25.95, and I sold it for $26. So $23. Originally $25.95. Sold it for $23. Easier said than said. All right. Next item is a rhinestone cabochon flower brooch. That's a mouthful. Sold that for $8.25 free shipping. I picked these all up for $2 each. Small, doesn't take up a lot of space, but doesn't sell quickly either. So you gotta find that balance of, some of them are, can be worth $15-20. That one wasn't one. Wasn't marked, didn't have a brand on it, so that definitely hurt the value on it. But next item, I picked this up at my thrift store for $1.99, and it is a softball, like defensive protection mask. And I realized after the fact, unfortunately, I was missing a piece right here. There's supposed to be a chin guard. It is replaceable, so somebody might have another chin guard out there, but if it had the chin guard, it probably would have sold for $15, but as it was, I just sold it for $5.85 because I needed to get it out of there, and it just worked out that way. So kind of a loss. This day is full of not great items, but it's okay. I was happy to move some product. This next item you haven't, I just actually picked up over the weekend. It is a sealed third season of the Kung Fu TV series from the 1970s with David Carradine. Picked that up for $1 and sold it for $17.90, free shipping. Sold it almost instantly, so I might have been able to get a little bit more for it. But it's okay. Took that fast nickel rather than the slow dime. And sometimes that's the better way to go in my mind. So, all right, real quickly, I want to show you some of the items that I picked up over the weekend at the estate sales. I went to 3 different estate sales on Friday, which is kind of rare to find that many that close this time of the year. And they're all run by the same company. So that may have worked out in my favor because in my mind, I found some really cool stuff. And I'll show you some of my highlights here. Right off the bat, I'm going to pull out this guy. This is a baseball mitt from the Kenwell brand. And, long since out of business. I want to say this is probably from the 1930s. And maybe early 1940s, but it's this cool like 4-finger and a thumb type of mitt. It's kind of hard to read on there, but you can maybe just make out that lettering. It says Babe Herman, who was a baseball player for, I believe, the Brooklyn Dodgers. Brooklyn Robins originally, and then the Brooklyn Dodgers. I did all this research after the fact. Didn't know I'd frankly never heard of the guy. Excuse me, but these Kenwell mitts, there's a pretty wide range of values on them. It is, in my opinion, really good condition. The leather has been taken pretty good care of. It's soft and supple, and frankly, is still usable. Paid $20 for it. I'm going to list it for $200 and hopefully get an offer. That could be as low as $100, but hopefully in the 150 plus range. Because this particular mitt I have not seen. It's not on Worth Point, definitely not on any eBay recent sales. So it's got some decent rarity to it, which is hopefully going to be enough to make it worth $200. All right, this next item I bought simply for the age, and I haven't purchased one yet, so I thought it was cool. It is a plush from 1959. Right here you can see Huckleberry Hound, Hanna-Barbera Productions, 1959. It's an old Knickerbocker plush, and I can't remember the name of the character. It's some sort of mouse, definitely not in good shape. I think if it was in better shape, these can sell for $40-50. I paid $6 for it. I'm gonna probably ask in the $25 range. Hopefully somebody wants just a lower end version of that and is willing to pay half price for something just so they can have it. But it was definitely, I thought about it a little bit, but I was pretty happy. It was pretty easy for me to pull the trigger on that one because, like I said, it was just cool. Hadn't bought anything like that before. So, all right, this next item, it's a little heavy, so I'm gonna set this down. Found this at my last estate sale of the day, and it was our second to last estate sale, I should say. And I saw the brand. It's some flatware. I saw the brand, and I thought right away it probably was something to look into. So it was Oneida. Oneida definitely is a good flatware brand. Here I am. So, but I looked into it, and it was definitely a good pickup. So, right here, hard to see, but I paid $15 for it. You can see the price tag there. I was on full price day, so no deals to be had. But it is this, hopefully you can see that well. It's called Brahms. So it's Oneida Community Brahms stainless steel flatware. And I got a set here. It's not completely full on everything. There's, I want to say like 10 knives, 7 of each of the forks, like 13 of these big spoons. It's kind of all over the place on the numbers, but I have a lot of the serving pieces. So I think all told I have about 61, right around 60 or 65 pieces. And comps for these are, I figure I can safely get $125, maybe as high as $175. So if I go on auction, I'll probably get around that 100 to 125 range. If I list it for $175, which I think I'm going to do, and maybe take an offer, hopefully I could get either full price or right around that $150 range. So definitely excited about that pickup. And I also picked up another lot of a bunch of different random silverware, flatware. I was kind of hoping there was some more of the bronze pieces in there. I picked that up for $5. There wasn't, but there's a lot of Oneida in there. Some things that I'll be able to sell for maybe $6 individually, but I'll probably end up lotting a lot of it together and hopefully get about $30 to $45 for it all. All right, before I run out of time for today's video, I want to show what I thought was the coolest item of the day. Items in this case. Just in terms of the looks on it, it is these porcelain mushrooms. And try and show this so you can get a nice picture of it. But they are these porcelain mushrooms. They have that really cool, vibrant orange on it, and the brown underneath. These are homemade. I paid $30 for all three of them. The reason at least I'm fairly confident they're homemade is it says Merry Xmas for Dave. Then it's HM 72. So I imagine it was from somebody named HM, or with the initials HM, from 1972. For Dave, and Dave was the name of the person that the estate sale was for. There was quite a few things that had Dave listed on there, like jackets and stuff. So he was the homeowner I picked up or gathered. But anyway, I just thought those mushrooms were super cool. Turned out that somebody at the estate sale was going to buy them. They had them in their hands for most of the sale, so I didn't see it right away. And then as they were getting ready to check out, he put them down, put them back because he decided he wasn't going to buy them. And so somebody right in front of me at the table was looking at him, and so I was afraid I was going to miss out on him. But soon as she didn't buy him, I swooped in and put him on the hold table. And even on the hold table, there were a couple people standing in line like, oh, are the mushrooms still available? And moral of the story is they were a hot item there at the estate sale. I think they're going to be a hot item online as long as I can take good pictures of them. So like I said, I paid $30 for them all, so I paid up. But I'm going to list them for $100 and hopefully get $75. We'll see. I don't know how that'll turn out, but it was a fun find for sure. Some other items that I found there. I'm running out of room here, so I won't go into all the pieces, but this is a Sears Work and Leisure from probably the 70s, maybe the early 80s, just sometime in the 80s, I don't know. But it's definitely vintage, and it's kind of vintage workwear. So I picked this up for $5, and I think it will sell anywhere from $45 to $50. We're running into the end of coat season, so not sure if I'll be able to sell it this year or next, but definitely a fun, good find. What else? Let me get in here. I did go to Goodwill that day and same day, and got these shoes here for $12.99. These are came out in 2021, but super good condition. Doesn't look like they've been worn much at all. And I think I can sell these for, just need a little bit of cleanup on the soles there, but so I'm shooting for probably 40 to 45 for those. I found another Stafford blazer with the elbow patches. This one isn't quite as eye-catching to me. Came out probably in the 90s. But again, it's the corduroy, which I think will be a nice seller. There's corduroy is still a pretty decent in fabric. A little bit of condition issue here and there, but I paid this is half off, so I paid $6.50 for it, and I'm gonna ask probably 40 or 45. Speaking of corduroy jackets, at an estate sale, I picked up this jacket, which is a I don't know exactly how to say it, but I want to say Cortefiel, Cortefiel, made in Spain. So these are vintage. That's a better way to see the name of it, but vintage from the 70s. Super cool fabric lining there in terms of that kind of mustardy yellow green corduroy. And these it's got a tiny bit of condition issues here and there. I paid $15 for it, and I'm gonna be asking for $50 for that one. Those are about the going rates for those. And let's see, while I was there at Goodwill, I found this FootJoy golf polo, new with tags. So because it was new, it was $20, but it was half off. So when they marked it up, originally it was $20, but I got it for half off. This is at a different day, I realized. I went on Sunday with my son to the Goodwill. But anyway, so $10 for a new with tags FootJoy golf polo. I think I can get 35 or 40 for that one. So super excited about that. All right, back to the estate sales. I found this set of coveralls. So it's 2 sets of coveralls I found in the last couple of weeks. And these are, I want to say JCPenney brand, if I can find where there it is. No, not even close. Yeah, no, it is JCPenney. So it's JCPenney Big Mac, no iron, 42 long, brown coveralls in good condition. They're actually 3 sets. There's, a little bit of wear here, but these are probably from the 80s, I would say. And so not bad in condition overall. And I picked those up for $10, hoping to get 50 for them. This was interesting. I don't know what I'm going to be able to get for these. It is a pair of baby booties that are definitely vintage. They're leather, made in USA. It says they're on the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. But on the inside, somewhere there is a tag, if I can find it. Paid $2 for these. Oh boy, there it is. Way on the inside there. This is a Texas company called Textan. See that in there? Textan in Yoakum, Texas. Footwear by Textan, Western Leather Company. They sell some, there's, some listings, and they go for probably $60, but they're for adult items. These, with them being for kids, and I don't know how many people have any sort of affinity or nostalgia for them, but I'm going to go ahead and ask probably $30 for them, paid $2. So, figured I couldn't go wrong. If I take $10 for them, it's still not bad. And then lastly, I was hoping to get this for cheaper. I don't know how you'll be able to see this, but it is a macrame plant hanger with some of those beads on there. I don't know how to describe them, but I ended up paying $10 for it. I'm gonna have to try and get a plant, a pot to hang in there to really get a good picture on it. But hoping to maybe on the high side get 45 for it. Probably more likely end up selling it eventually for 25 or 30. I was hoping it was going to be $5. It didn't have a price on it when I took it up to the register. I could have said no when they said 10, but I was already there, and I was still frankly drunk on the happiness from getting those mushrooms. So anyway, those are the scores that I made over the weekend, and we'll be back here tomorrow with the next day with some more items to pull that sold. All right, see you then.